Hey, what's up, guys? It's 16BitPete. I know it's been a couple months since I've uploaded, and I'm really sorry. I've just been super busy. I started a new job, better yet, a new career, and it's been really sweet. I uploaded the end of the May the two videos, the Atari video and that 76,000 plug and play video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It seemed to do pretty well. I did an interview with Boogie2998 at Retropalooza. Did pretty good. He seemed to liked it, shared it on his Twitter and whatnot. Um, I don't know if I covered recently, but the Nintendo 64 collection was completed last year, March, second week of March. Last two games were that Star Shot, Space Circus Valley, and the International Superstar Soccer 2000, which was I believe it was a Blockbuster exclusive. It's like an $80-$90 game if you could find it in really good shape. Shout outs to Matt, owner of Forever Games. He's a vendor at like every retro video game convention. You can always find him. So I'm going to be doing a pickups video on everything I picked up so far for like end of May going into June, July. So basically a June, July combined pickups video is what I'm going to be doing. I was now that the 64 collection is completed, I'm going after the different colored consoles and the different colored controllers because I've always been a fan of the 64 controller, even though the amount of hate it gets. So on my way to the airport, I stopped at my favorite retro video game store, D-Wolf's in Sioux City, Iowa, and I picked up the Extreme Green Nintendo 64 controller for $15. Really good deal. You know, Nintendo brand. You got to be careful when picking these up because they make third-party ones that look almost 100% identical to the real ones, except they don't have the Nintendo engraved in there. So you got to look for. While I was at the con, I picked up the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Manhattan Project, which is kind of like the sequel to Turtles in Time on the SNES, just with a couple new levels and new bosses. I like it. I like it a lot. I had it, but then sold it with that crazy video I did when I traded in much like a ton of retro video games to GameStop because they had that extra 75% trade in, and I made out like a bandit, but still missed the game, so it's nice to have. And let's see, picked up Narc on my way back from Retropalooza, so that was pretty cool. NES game. And then I did a deal with Scott Squatch and got these two Super Nintendo games at a very fair price. This was my favorite game growing up as a kid. It was the first game ever, video game ever that I beat. It was on the Super Nintendo. The Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. Actually played this one before I played Super Mario World. You know, the first one on the Super Nintendo. And then speaking of that, I also picked up the Super Mario AllStars Super Mario World, which is pretty much the same as AllStars, except it has Super Mario World on it as well, which is really cool. And then also from Forever Games, I picked up this Kirby Superstar, which is really cool. I was confused on this one. I thought it was like a download game or something for the Wii. I didn't know it was an actual game because I knew there was like 4 or 5 Kirby games on the Super Nintendo, but because Dreamland 3 was a really big one too, and then they had this one, Kirby Superstar. So that's cool. It's got the kind of like an updated 32-bit kind of graphic style. It's really cool. Indiana Jones, Greatest Adventures, and Captain America and the Avengers on the SNES. I got those from Greg at Game Bros in LaPorte, Texas. Really awesome guy. Also picked up another Nintendo 64 controller. This one was a couple weeks ago at a pawn shop, and it's got some crap on it, probably from like a rental store, and just needs to be taken apart and good what's the word I would say? Just needs to be cleaned up, really. That's all. And So that was cool. I got that for a couple bucks, which was the best part about buying stuff from a pawn shop, especially a retro shop. You can always pull the, well, I could take it home and it might not work, and spending $10, $15, and then they'd say, all right, well, what's your reasonable price? And you say like around $5, and they usually go for it. So it's tips and tricks. And also, while I was there, um, this was laying around, a sealed copy of Mario Kart DS, and picked this up for literally $5. It was just laying there on the counter. Don't know what it goes for, but the fact that it's sealed and it's my favorite Mario Kart game of all time is pretty cool. So, all right, on to Nintendo Switch. That's an ongoing topic. I pre-ordered the deluxe edition of the Crash Team Racing nitro fueled on the Switch, and just like the PS4 version, it has the pins collection, and I got the bobblehead figurine with that, so that was pretty cool. And I got Super Mario Maker 2, pretty fun. I like that it has a story mode, and also you can customize stuff from Super Mario 3D World, which is really cool. Still no Super Mario 64. Wouldn't that be cool? Just make your own like 64 levels. That'd be really cool. And let's see, one of these mini VGA to HDMI adapters, so I can play my Dreamcast on my HD television. Now with the VGA, the Dreamcast can output 480p, so when you're scaling 480p to 720, 1080, it's a lot more smoother than a 240 by 480i composite signal stretched out HDMI on a HD TV would just ruin your TV over time. So especially like a bigger TV like mine. So anyway, that's all my pickups videos for the past 2 months now. So I hope you enjoyed. I will be doing a video in the next couple weeks here about N64 X RGB mod. So stay tuned for that one. And another video coming out next week, top 5 rare unique items in my collection. So stay tuned. This is 16BitPete. Like, favorite, and subscribe.